Thank you for joining us in our 11 Breaking News Center. I'm Carla Hada, your digital anchor at KKTV 11 News. We are preparing to hear President Biden's second State of the Union address that's happening tonight at 7. Expected to attend is Colorado Senator Michael Bennet, who is joining us right now, as well as his guest, Paul Bruchez, a fifth-generation rancher from Kremmling, Colorado. Hi, you two. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Nice to see you.
All right, Senator, well, I want to start with you. You specifically want to bring attention to the Western water crisis. So tell me more about your efforts to combat this problem.
Yeah, thank you so much. We're facing a 1,200-year drought in the Colorado River Basin. The entire future of the American West depends on our coming together to solve this. 40 million people depend on the waters of the Colorado River. And I've gotten to know Paul Bruchez over the years and his family. I'm a member of the Agriculture Committee, have been for the last 14 years, and through two farm bills and now a third, Paul and his family and other farmers and ranchers across the state have helped make sure that bill every year comprehends a little bit more the very serious risks that we're facing in the West in agriculture and for all communities that rely on the Colorado River. And I thought it would underscore to the president, to the White House, and to everybody that was watching the importance of these issues if I invited one of the real innovators from Colorado, Paul Bruchez, a fifth-generation rancher, to be here in the chamber when the president gave his speech.
Senator Bennet, as you just mentioned, you have been encouraging Coloradans to share their personal stories. So, Paul, I want to turn to you now. Tell us about how this water crisis has impacted you.
Well, it's an honor to be part of this. My family, the Colorado River flows through our property. We saw in 2002 and 2003 the lowest flow river conditions in modern history, really, for the area, and knew that we needed to take action. We are blessed to have neighbors who are willing to participate and to work on things and build partnerships from local government and beyond to implement projects in the Colorado River and also on our ranches that have made incredible impact to our resiliency during this time of change.
This next question I have is for both of you. What are your next steps to help restore water and preserve natural resources?
Paul, would you like to take that first?
I would love to. So on a local scale, dating back to the year 2020, the Kremmling area ranchers, including my family, participated in a water conservation project that was really intended to study total water use of the crops that we grow, which are perennial grasses primarily. And that study has launched a new effort with organizations such as the Land Institute, a number of conservation organizations, including American Rivers Trout Unlimited, the Nature Conservancy. We're working in partnership looking at different alternative forages that not only can be more drought resilient, but also have ways of saving water as we adapt. And I thought this year my family would be likely the only participants in trying some field trials. And to my surprise, there are 8 different locations on the west slope of Colorado that are participating in some of this research. There's currently grant requests out there to grow the scale of the project and to continue work on it. Our neighbors and our community know that we are the front line and we need to make a difference.
And I'd say from my perspective, the first piece of business we have is another farm bill, as I mentioned, on the Agriculture Committee. And for me, it's very important that this not be a top-down approach with the farm bill. It needs to be a bottom-up approach, and it needs to support the kind of work that Paul's doing and that other ranchers and farmers all across the state of Colorado are doing, so that you can have buy-in and improve the federal programs to support Western agriculture, not in ways, again, that are command and control, but ways that actually support what people are already doing, because I think that's really the only way we're going to make progress. Beyond that, I'm sure that your listeners have seen that we have a negotiation going on right now between the Upper Basin and the Lower Basin states. Remarkably, 6 of the 7 states came together to say that we've got a shared view of some next steps for the Colorado River. California is still kind of an outlier on this, and we hope over time they'll come around. I think it's important for all of us that represent Western states, whether we're Democrats or Republicans, whether we're governors or senators, this is a time when we need to come together and reach some conclusions, that are going to be important to the people that are coming 100 years after us and 150 years after us. The future of the American West depends on doing the kind of work Paul and others are doing in this basin. And if we can support that with the Farm Bill, that's something we really want to do.
Well, I know you've both had a busy day and a big night ahead of you, so I want to thank you again for taking the time to sit with us. Before I let you go, is there anything either of you would like to add?
I would just like to give a special thanks to Senator Bennet for being here and for his focus on water issues specifically in the West and what it means to be in this building tonight. So thank you, Senator.
Thank you, Paul. Appreciate your coming.
Senator Michael Bennet and Paul Bruchez, a fifth-generation rancher from Kremmling, Colorado, thank you so much. We hope to welcome you back to our 11 Breaking News Center. For everyone that's tuned in, thank you. You can watch the State of the Union address tonight at 7 right here on KKTV.com.